Academy-sponsored faculty development program on leveraging machine learning and data science in healthcare and MedTech, organizing by CSC Data Science Department, Tulsiramji Gaikwad-Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. This program, spanning from January 6 to January 11, 2025, promises to be an enlightening journey into transformative power of technology in healthcare. Now, let me introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Devendra, Mr. Devendra Katuke.
Hello, everybody.
Let me introduce Devendra Katuke. Mr. Devendra Katuke is a professional with bachelor's degree in chemical technology, graduating in 1998. His extensive work experience spans multiple industries, which includes he works as a project consultant at Uhde India Limited, a German company. He served the fertilizer and petrochemical sectors. He provided automation engineering services to prominent clients, including Sunflag Steel and Ballarpur paper mills. Notably, Mr. Devendra Katuke single-handedly delivered a brownfield automation project to GARMCO Aluminium Industries in Bahrain, automating 300 recipes in electrical furnaces. He has expertise in Oracle JD Edward ERP suite and Rockwell Automation suite for PLC programming and SCADA systems. As an automation expert, Mr. Devendra Katuke has handled millions of data points per second in real time, predating the widespread adoption of IoT and big data concepts. He has held senior technical leadership positions at Hewlett Packard, Infosys, and HCL. Currently, Devendra sir runs his own B2B, B2C, and e-commerce businesses where he aims to integrate natural language processing for enhanced custom experience. Additionally, he is the co-promoter of Ketan Learning Private Limited, an online micro-learning platform. Welcome, Devendra sir. Now,
Uh,
I request sir to share their valuable insights with us. I am going to hand over the session to him.
so, thank you, Sarah, for introducing me. Am I, uh, uh, my voice is good or not?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Low audible, but clear or not? Clear?
Sir, there is some echo.
Mm. Now my voice is proper.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us begin. I'm sharing my PowerPoint and good morning to everybody. Uh, so I'm sharing my PowerPoint presentation right now. So now you are seeing.
Yes,
Now,
sir. The
okay.
presentation.
Now is it visible or not?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay, so I start it right now. So, so our session is about data privacy, security, regulatory compliance in healthcare AI. Okay. So, thank you for everybody for joining this conversation. And okay. So this conversation is going to be divided into 4 sections. First section is data privacy and regulatory compliance in general. And second section is data security. So you see, we have three subtopics: data privacy, security, and regulatory compliance. Okay. So data privacy is related to regulatory compliance. Security is a different topic. So I have created another topic, data security in general and data security in healthcare. So you are understanding the point. So it is in four parts. Everybody is seeing the screen or not?
No, sir, your screen is not visible.
Okay, okay. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Is it visible now? Still?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Because
Yes,
it is,
sir, can you make it full screen so that it's readable as well?
pardon?
Can you make it full screen so that it will be readable from our side?
Okay. Hmm. I'm finding it difficult to make it full screen.
Just press F5.
Yes, F5.
Ah,
Uh,
again, like your screen got like now we are not able to see your screen. Uh, Sir, can you share it again? Yeah, yeah. Now we can see.
Uh,
Sir, you are on mute, I guess.
Devendra sir, you are not audible.
now I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay. Sorry. Mm. So see here, we have to notice keywords like compliance. Okay. So compliance is a government issue. It is not an issue which we as a programmer deal. Okay. So, and compliance only comes whenever there is a data breach. The security is the issue of business. It is also not the issue of developers. We as a developers or programmers or IT professionals. It is a business issue. Like our, if security is vulnerable or security is breached, then business will lose reputation, clients, and money. Okay. And if we cannot comply, uh, in the case of absence of compliance, the whole data privacy issue becomes ethical issue. You got it? Hello, everybody. Please, somebody respond me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I'm not seeing your faces or.
Yes, sir, we got it.
Okay. So we come to now data privacy and regulatory compliances in general. So there is a keyword again, data sovereignty. Okay. So you might have noticed that whatever you authentication, authorization you do in any site, and we put our data in Amazon web servers or any cloud platform. Okay. So what happens? We don't know if Amazon will copy it in another country. You are getting it? So we belong to India and our data might be copied to Hong Kong or China or US, and we don't know it. So it is a data sovereignty issue. So data privacy has a big issue. And this issue is prevalent in our country, India. In China, it is not an issue because they have their own server and properly firewalled servers. But in India, no data is secure. Everybody can, nobody can say that his data is in India, residing in India. So we have a critical data sovereignty issue. You are getting it? And second thing is, ideally what happens in USA or in China, government controls the data. Now, what if it is with Google or some another cloud provider residing in means registered in US, then government can ask them for data. So government can control their data, our data, and manipulate outcomes, and government can even profit from our data. So you see, our data is accessible to US government, but our data is not accessible to Indian government. Okay. So, okay. So let us begin from first step. What is data in our current context? Means for this ethics and compliances context. So what is happening? There is a difference between data and information. So what see, information is a fluid thing, means data flowing from one place to another. Suppose I am migrating my file from one person to another person. So this data will be called labeled as information. So information is passed, but data is stored. Data is archived somewhere. So data has static location. You getting my point? So,
Yes, sir.
so what is happening? There are two security issues. Bigger security issue is information security, and a smaller security issue is data security. So in our context, we are concerned with data security, not information security, because we, as an artificial intelligence service provider or solution provider, we are interested in data. We are not interested in information, because we will process the data. We will collect the data and put it in cloud, and it will reside on many servers in many forms, but it will be data. It will not be information. Okay. And the real-time information or that kind of things, another set of people are interested, like IoT developers or embedded system developers. But AI solution providers are mostly interested in data. So this slide, what you are seeing in the screen, on the screen, is repetitive. Means you have heard on last six presenters. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat it. So data comes from many sources. I have listed all these sources. Okay, so I'm moving forward. This probably you are you know. Got it? So the data comes from web browser, data collection agencies, and so on. So coming to another slide. So what is happening? Uh, we are not discussing about data quality, data gap, what earlier you as a AI solution providers are interested in. I'm concerned with only data, whatever it is, its quality or gap and consistency, whatever. Okay. And we are not going to discuss technological nitty-gritty of AI. We are just discussing in administrative perspective. Like we are discussing about security and ethics in case of absence of security. So what is data privacy? So data privacy, this is our first keyword. So we are coming on that. So its definition as per Wikipedia is the ability of individual to control the personal information. Like my information is means I own my information and you own your information. I should not be able to get your information. You are getting it? My information is mine and your information is yours. And I don't know about your information. So there are continuously and officially and ethically breaches happening, data privacy breaches happening. And if you have my information as an AI provider, so you will abuse it. So you see, there are two examples I have mentioned, like mobility detection. In China, they are monitoring every person's mobility. It means where the person is going and coming, okay, and they are blocking him to enter some railway stations if he is criminal or he has not paid his taxes, so on, okay. And second, abuse of data privacy is, you might have heard some people are wearing that Apple watches, Apple glasses, and Meta glasses, and once they see you, they come to know all your previous information automatically. Means your name, what you are doing, who you are, everything. Okay. So this is abuse of data. There are two more things I want to tell you, that artificial intelligence is not a new term. It was kind of like in 1950, and people were concerned with data privacy that time also. So there was one novelist called George Orwell. 50% or 60% of world population knows his name. I don't know you have heard it or not. I have read his book 1984 and the Animal Farm. You should read it. They are 100 pages books. So he has elaborated the uh, uh, that anguish of one person who was a victim of system, who has become a victim of system. So how far a system can control his life and punish him, and how far a system can control the life of our society as a whole. You are seeing this example in North Korea, China also. So that is a data privacy abuse. So if you have time, you read these two novels from George Orwell. So another abuse of data privacy and regulatory compliance. You might have heard about Julius Assange. There was a WikiLeaks, and he revealed that how US government is involved in making narratives about against some government. Okay. So it was a big WikiLeaks and everybody got access to those. So how governments misuse, abuse this information, you search on internet. Okay, so it was a very famous, means he's in jail right now for just revealing that governments are abusing our data. So now there is another thing. There is one thing called dark web. My voice is clear or not? Hello?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay, okay. So there is another thing called dark web. So your data uh, is available for sale. In this screen, you might see this is you are monitoring the dark web, and the results are showing. So your data is compromised, and if even if you search yourself in a dark web, and you might see what you are doing and how your data is for sale. So this is a practical. This is also from dark web. One report from dark web. So this is an example of data privacy breach. Now come to another thing. There was one breach. See, I'm going backward. These are the breaches done intentionally by government, by criminals. Okay, but there was one breach happened with Google. What happened? Some programmers uh, uh, revealed or disclosed some API keys, and millions of people's data was accessible to some hackers. Okay, so programmers' mistake also causes data breach. So this thing happened with Google sometimes back. And there is another kind of breach. So what happens in the US, some courts ask for data from Google or Microsoft, and they have to share it because Google and Microsoft are US companies. So my data, your data, courts will get it. Okay, and Google and Microsoft has to share with US government. So that is also intentional data breach. So there is one more thing you notice that all cloud providers, Google, Amazon, and this Microsoft, okay, and there are a lot of cloud providers, lot of social media providers like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. They are storing your data, and you see only these companies are providing AI solutions. Uh, Not Reliance or not means government of India cannot provide AI solutions because we need data for providing AI solutions, whatever domain be it. So only these companies are able to provide AI solutions, and that machine learning models and every type of research, good quality data, bad quality data, whatever your technical jargon, that is all applicable with data they possess. If we don't have data, there is no use in applying that jargon because we don't have data. So all that business is lying in US. So there is another opposite approach. What happens? There are two schools of thoughts here. One school of thought says that I should carry my own data. I'm the owner of my data, and I can sell it. Somebody asks for my data, I will give him the permission to use my data. And there is opposite school of thought that says every data make it public. Okay, so न रहेगा बांस में बजेगी बांसुरी, and the data is not that costly. Okay, so everybody's data is available to everybody. Okay, so there are two opposite approaches, and that approach, that school of thought that data should be democratized is better than the school of thought that data should be kept private, kept uh, kept secret. Okay. So now, see what is happening. We as a software provider, uh, uh, whenever you go to some website, any website, they ask you your phone number so that they can send you OTP. They ask you email so that they can send you uh, some OTP by mail or phone. So what is happening? Your mail or your phone number goes to some company. They are storing it. They come to know your name and everything. Okay. So there was one approach that government should make it mandatory to only provide Aadhaar card. Means some company will not be able to use your phone number. You will pass Aadhaar card and you will get OTP and phone, so that company will not get your phone number or email. So it cannot send you some that promotional mails and follow you up and sell your information. You are getting this point? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So, so earlier what happened? The data collection through browser, because there are initially we told that there are a lot of sources we can collect data. Only source we are interested is web browsers, because we are programmers. We are programming for web, and your AI interface is also available on web. So what is happening? Earlier, in 2002 to 16, Microsoft came with this idea that they will ask you that do you want to share your information on this web if you are providing your user ID, password, whatever. So you see these 5 lines of XML code. You have to paste it. There are more tags to it. You have to paste it, and in that header in HTML, and it will ask you. Okay. So if you say, I don't want to share my information, it won't. But what happened? And there was competition among these browser companies, and every browser company came with their own ideas of how to implement this privacy mode. Okay. So there was not a consensus, means one thing applies to all. So this idea collapsed. Then nowadays you see that cookie consent, browser asking for password, you see there is a cookie consent asking. So the consensus is on cookies, okay, for local trust and preferences. So browser asks that can I share your data partially or fully? You might have noticed that pop-up when you go to any site. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Please
sir.
don't sleep.
No,
No,
no.
no, no.
Okay. Because technical
Sir,
and yeah. So
sir, I have
see,
question related to data privacy. Is it though we are a democratic country, so that's why we are not following all these data privacy, and the US and the other countries are actually they are communist kind of the government they are actually having. So that's why they are always asking the other like whether it is a Facebook or whether it is a TikTok, they are actually putting some limits about the data privacy over.
see, we will come to ethics part, means part two. There are very serious concerns. This is not true. Okay. So when we come to ethics, because what is happening, data privacy, regulatory compliance, they are not implemented, means regulatory compliance are in draft mode. Whatever you hear, GDPR, HIPAA, whatever, there are a lot of, okay. So they have not been converted into law till now. So there comes the part of ethics. So that is what we are going to discuss in second part of this. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what it is, just talks. GDPR is just talk. Okay. It is not implemented legally, means it is a draft proposal. So see, there are 7 pillars of GDPR. So you come, so these pillars, okay, notice or data subject should be given to notice that, and so on. I don't want to go deep into this. You read it and you come to know, because a lot of discussion has happened in last 6 presentations about this. Okay. And you know also about this. This is a very general English and everybody can understand. So notice, purpose, consent, security, disclosure, access, accountability. Okay. So this accountability part is what happens when we can make somebody accountable for data breach, but there is no law. This is okay. Everything is talks. Now we come. So GDPR is a US. This is Europe's, means okay. European GDPR is implemented in means draft proposal in Europe, and US has its own data privacy standards. So what is happening? There are 2 things: standards and compliances. So first you have to set standards. Like what happens? Suppose I'm making a car, and some mechanic also makes a car, some company also makes a car. So what is the difference between mechanic and company? Company follows standards and mechanic doesn't follow standards. Okay. So government devises some standards, and only those standards should be complied. So if we cannot make standards in law, we cannot comply it. Okay. So US has its own standards, but they have not been made into law. So there is no compliance. So US has Video Privacy Protection Act, Fair Credit Reporting Act, HIPAA, you might have heard it. And for every department, there is one data privacy standard. Okay. There are a lot of standards, and you might have heard about Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. So what is happening? A lot of people like Nirav Modi, Vijay Mallya, in that case, you will hear FCRA. Okay. So this is about financial information. So if I reveal my financial information, if I can hide it, and there is some nitty-gritty. I don't want to go into that. So, okay. So this is a rabbit hole. Now coming to India. India has Data Protection Board of India. And this board is making one law. So this law is DPDPA. This was a draft proposal presented to government in September 2023. And still it is not been made into law. Okay. So that is why we talk about ethics. That is why you are getting a lot of SMS, okay, lot of frauds are happening in India, because there are no law. So police can come to my door, but they cannot hold me. The court cannot sentence me if I make some fraud. Okay. Now this is a data protection. That chart I took from internet, and there are three columns here, and the first column is we are not interested. Okay, traditional data protection measures. I'm interested in second column. I'm interested in, and third column, that data privacy. We have discussed it right now. So second column we are going to discuss in next slides. So in second column, the data security, it is what we as a programmer are interested, because data privacy is not a programmer's job. It is a legal thing. means law implementation agencies thing. We are not a part of that. Okay, data privacy, you should not worry about that. So we should worry about data security. Data security is our part. So this chart, okay. I think you will understand this chart. Okay. This is a Venn diagram, and there is information security. You see, because I have my mouse, I cannot show it by moving mouse. So you are seeing that green circle, that is information security, and see your personal data protection is mostly falling into that blue circle falling into green circle that I have discussed. Okay. So these circles overlapping or intersecting, you will understand this. Okay. So I'm forwarding this. Forwarding means to next slide. And ethics, you see that ellipse, gray ellipse. Ethics is covering everything. And there is a vertical axis, and that heavily regulated is on the left hand side, and not being regulated is on the right side. There are two parts in this. Okay. So now this is a programmer's thing. Now, because I wanted to come into, this is a second section, data security. This is our thing. Data privacy, as I said, data privacy is not a programmer's thing, or we are programmers. So data security is our thing. So we see here, because we are making web applications, so we are interested into resource sharing. Resource sharing means you upload one PDF, you upload your image, you upload some files. Okay, you give permissions, and you assess APIs. Means what is happening. Suppose there is a dashboard, some data is coming from this site, some data is coming from another site. So from lot of sites the data is coming. So cross origin resource sharing is our concern. Okay. So as a programmer, we should know about HTTP protocol, because most of the data artificial intelligence things, data engineering things, like Cassandra, Spark, Hadoop, whatever your thing, you will be doing in HTTP protocol. You will be assessing some APIs. Okay. In data pipelining and in implementation, you will be implementing HTTP protocol. So you should be knowing this cross origin techniques. Okay, CORS, there is one book I have mentioned in next slide. There is another crude method, JSON-P. And there is one very good way of protecting our data is server-side requests. So if anybody has programmed into that ASP.NET or old time, not client side, so like Node.js web means Express framework or something like that, PHP. So you see, whole web app gets thrown from server. Okay, so every request is happens on server side. So that course doesn't come into consideration in that case. So that is very ideal case, that without knowing course or without getting yourself into this data sharing business, you can implement a secure website. So this is a detail about course. So I don't want to go into that because wait. Okay, we have enough time. So I explain it. So see, when we implement course, there are 4 types of headers we can include, like access control, allow region, access control, allow headers, methods, and access control message. So for every API, one or combination, permutation and combination of these headers we can include in any API request. Okay. So there is one book, Course in Action. It is a 250-page book. You get it from internet and read it. Okay. So once you read it, you will come to know data sharing. Okay, means securely. Now coming, what happens if you don't know this course in detail? Okay, so these things can happen to you, like some person might forge get and post request. What is happening? There are some tools like Telric. You see in your there is a tool called Telric Fiddler. You can download it. It is a free of cost. So you install it in your that Windows operating system, and you see every request coming or going. So what happens? Anybody with general knowledge can forge get or post request. If some programmer has not implemented course properly, I have had a lot of websites this way. In 2 or 3 months back, I got nearly 500,000 records from net, because from a very big company. So I know this, and you will come to know this. Okay. So this happens if you cannot protect your data using course. So there are 3 ways I can track some website. So these are the 3 ways. So third way I don't use, because there are some ready-made softwares. Okay, but first and second way I can use, and I use it. So there is another thing called CSRF. So it is a very this is another way. You have to use it in forms. Okay, submitting, whenever you are submitting some form, there is one input type. You are seeing this form action. Okay, so there is one input type hidden. So what I do, there is one, I create some token on server and send it in a browser as a hidden input type. Okay, so the means hacker don't see it generally, and this CSRF token, whenever he posts, means whenever he forges this post request, in this case, he will forget to post this CSRF token. Okay, so I can judge on the server side that somebody is trying to hack my site. Now coming to that cryptographic tools. Okay, so what is happening? I was working with HSBC. It is a bank, a very big bank, Hong Kong and Shanghai banks. So what happened? They wanted to deliver one software. So they told me that they want to implement security for Internet Explorer 7. And you see, Internet Explorer 7, nobody is using it. But they said that there are some very big clients, like millionaire clients or billionaire clients. They have their computer, very old computer, they are keeping in their offices, and they don't shut it down. So they have Internet Explorer 7, and the site is open. So what is happening? In that case, we have to integrate we cannot see, we can only provide some front end, but at a browser level, we have to implement security. Okay, so modern browsers have security implemented. So what is happening? we have to use that security. It is embedded in Microsoft S7 or Chrome 7. Whenever you right click and there is a developer APIs, lot of security APIs. So it is embedded. So we have to use these cryptographic tools. This comes embedded in browsers nowadays. So as a programmer, if you are unable to use these uh, inbuilt security measures in your code, it is your fault. Okay. So these cryptographic tools, you should use it. Even in if you are using Node.js or any server-side technology, there will be some library which will be providing this cryptographic APIs, and we have to use it. Like, and see, in every different case, like what is the use case, you have to implement, you have to use a very different cryptographic tool. So you should know which cryptographic tool to use in what case. Okay. You cannot implement every security measure every time. You getting it? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you don't understand, please yes, raise the hand. Okay. But I cannot see your raised hand because it is coming in my whole screen. I cannot see anything what is happening because whole screen it is captured. Okay. So now coming to our primitive user authentication. You know that password-based authentication, token-based authentication, biometric authentication, and remote user authentication. Okay. You know, you are experienced. Okay. So I'm not discussing it. Now there is another thing. This is called access control. Okay. So you see the seventh point here, trust frameworks. Oh, you are seeing that? So what is happening? Not all time you are accessing browsers. Many times you are accessing some desktop application, some client from cloud. Suppose you are on Amazon web services, okay, and they have given you some user interface like that thing. So you come to know you have access control in that case. Suppose you are using Amazon cloud or some Linux server. Okay, somebody has given access to you. So this type of things you are using. So what will happen? That remote person will give you a limited access, and with only those access you have to do whatever you have to do. Okay. So this is the responsibility of that remote person who owns that resource, who owns that means cloud deployment, and as a user, he will. You might have heard role-based access control word, and there are some selected roles, and only those things you can perform. So this is about that thing. I'm going forward. So now we come to this thing again. So you see how the hackers crack your software. The first thing you notice, SQL injection attacks. Okay. So what is happening? Suppose there is a one PHP application. Suppose you are browsing cars or you are browsing some real estate website. So you are filtering the data. So what is happening? There is one filter query going. You might see it in Fiddler, that API is going. You are getting that point? So what is happening? That suppose I am a malicious person. What I will do in that query, I will put some different information. Means there is a where class. So suppose where color is equal to red, okay, and the size is equal to 7. This type of query is going. to server and select 10 records, skip 10 records. This type of query goes to SQL Server. You might have seen this type of query, okay? In Google query also you can see it. Means Google search bar also you might have seen this type of query. So what I will do, I will put a little one parameter from my side, okay? And that parameter will also go. And what it will do, it will either crack your site, means that website, web server. And if that web server cracks, there will come some error, and that error will contain some very critical information about that server. Okay, you are getting that? You might have seen that. Okay, wait. Okay, yes. Okay, no problem. So you might have seen that type of errors sometime when the server crashes. That error pops up. So this type of error I can also commit using SQL injection attack, or whatever what comes, I can get some different query results. Okay. So what happens in that errors? I might come to know which database you are using, what is the location of the database, or that kind of things. So this topic is about that thing. Now, coming to next slide. There are malicious softwares. Okay. So what happens? Whenever you are coming to your college, you have college PC, college computers. So somebody might have told you that you should not put your pen drive, you should not connect your USB drive. Okay. So what is happening? There are some USB drives that contain some microchips that can creep into that college servers. Okay. And it can collect all your data to some hacker's site, or it can corrupt your servers. Whatever he wants to do, he can do it. So there are some softwares user can install in your system. So you might have heard nowadays some frauds are happening, like somebody told that you should install this software. So we will give you some money or something like that. Every day you are seeing that. Okay. So there are some points you can collect it. There is some rummy circle or that kind of applications are there. So what these applications are doing, they are collecting your data and they are installing some software that controls your Android phone or desktop computer. So this is about that. So there are a lot of things. So there is another data security breach people can do. Suppose I can create a bot that can make thousands of requests per second using virtual private networks. And what will happen? Your server will crash because your server cannot handle those much requests. Okay. So that is called denial of service attacks. You are getting it? Hello? Hello? Hello, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So denial of service, you know. So what is happening? If you have flood your server with a lot of requests, your server will crash down. So it will happen denial of service. Okay. So what happens? What becomes the target? Suppose you put some comment section in your website. So somebody will automate chat means a bot, and with AI it becomes very easier nowadays that he will write some bot, and he will inundate your site with a lot of comments, millions of comments, or he can create a lot of users, millions of users, and that data will be cracked, and your server will get down, and it will take years for you to clean up that data. So that is called data poisoning. Means what happened? You wanted only one data, but you got millions of data. So your database got filled up with a lot of crap data, and you don't know the way to differentiate that crap data with original, means true data, means beneficial data. So you will spend a lot of days or months scraping that. But so that is a programmer fault. Okay. So you have to put down your system and make some holidays, means tell your users that we are unavailable for some days, and audit your site for security, and see where the problem is coming. Okay. So you have to avoid these chatbots, this type of criminals sitting between. So this happens. So this is the way: introduction, detection, and there are a lot of things, a lot of ways we can avoid this. But what happens? Whatever implementation you do, मीन्स सी ये तू डाल डाल में पात पात वाली बात है। जितना आप जितना बड़ा ताला लगाएंगे हैकर के पास उतनी बड़ी चाबी रहेगी। तो आखिरकार आपको क्या करना पड़ता है, किसी डाटा सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइडर रहते हैं इंटरनेट पे, इनमें बहुत बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां रहती है। आपने नाम सुने होंगे, ये जो इजरायली सिक्योरिटी एजेंसीज है, वो किसी डाटा सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइडर की सर्विसेज ले रहे हैं। So you have to go to those that kind of agency providers and tell them that your site is being breached. Okay, so they will implement it, and they know, they are experts. You cannot, you can know only, but you cannot implement it properly. So whenever you go commercial, someday you have to take use of their services. Without that, you cannot go commercially. Okay. These firewalls and intrusion prevention systems, this is a crude way we can implement some security from our side, but it is not a perfect way. So what is happening? There is one data security department in every company. Whenever you किसी दिन अगर आप अपनी कंपनी बनाएंगे और अपना साइट लॉन्च करेंगे, और जिस दिन आप पैसा कमाएगी उस दिन आपकी साइट ब्रीच हो जाएगी और कोई पैसा मांगेगा आपसे. It happens. Once it happened with me, so it will happen to you. Okay. So what happens? Big companies have one dedicated department, IT security management, and their whole job is to secure. Okay, it is not a programmer's job, because it requires a lot of very detailed expertise, system level expertise of Unix systems, Linux systems, networks, a very low level expertise. Okay, we as a programmer do not possess this type of expertise. So this is a very general way we implement, like security awareness training and education. Whenever you go to some big company, you will experience it. Okay, so they will tell, keep your these all electronics, all electromagnetic things somewhere out of factory company premise, and okay. this email is only accessible to you, and only you can send emails to only this type of this limit of people. This type of implementation they do for employees. And when you break these rules, these are general rules for everybody. And when we break, they come to know. So this is a security audit. Okay. So there is a framework. We will discuss it in part 2. That security audit. I have kept very little because it comes in ethics. So okay. So see, whenever somebody breaches this security, means suppose surreptitiously I bring my some pen drive to some company and copy some information. Okay. So it has a legal and ethical aspects. Okay. So wait. Shall I go to the end of the site, or you want to ask some questions? I think. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Participants can ask their questions by
Yeah.
unmuting yourself, or you can type your question in chat box also. I will read it for sir. So any participants having any type of queries, our experts is here to answer you.
Yes. Otherwise, I continue with this means presentation. Okay. So you cannot open the link. What kind of link you are saying? Okay. Forms. Hello. So no questions.
Any participants having any type of query, please ask.
Okay. So. So, Saira, shall I continue with this
Yes,
presentation?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm continuing with this presentation. I'm making it very fast. Okay. So there are cryptographic algorithms. So there are a lot of algorithms. Okay. And you might have heard this HMSE hash-based message authentication, this type, RSA public key encryption. Whenever you are going to some government department, they are asking you for digital signatures. Okay. So your digital signatures are implemented in this RSA public key encryption algorithm, or HMSE, or this type of cryptographic uh, uh, functions. Okay. And there are some internet security protocols you should know about: HTTPS and IP versions for IPv6. I see nobody is using IPv6 till now, but IPv4, HTTPS, you might have seen this type of things. Okay. Then these authentication of application. This is also cryptographic things with Linux, Unix systems. Okay. And this is a net. These are all administration, Linux administration things, not programmer things. Now, coming to this section 3, data privacy and regulatory compliance in healthcare. So you should concern yourself with the second paragraph, that safeguard sensitive patient information, PHI, patient healthcare information. So what is happening? Whenever patient is going to hospital, there is some electronic healthcare record or patient medical record. So there are two types of records. Employee healthcare record is what government controls, okay? And patient healthcare record is what hospital controls. And they come with this patient healthcare data, okay? So how you can safeguard it? Patient will ask my data, he want to keep data private because suppose somebody has AIDS, HIV or something like that, or cancer, he don't want to disclose anybody, okay? So he might be concerned with his data. So in this chart, you see some challenges and solutions, okay? I have discussed these things. So you will come to know. And see, everybody here, anybody listening? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Every student of masters in MTech should go to this site. This site is your ultimate source of truth about artificial intelligence, whatever, and it is open source, it is free, and it is very deep. Every type of information, every type of book, every type of video, and essays, and every type of data, okay? So if you are unable to get data, you can get data from this site. You can get cloud assist on this site. You can, okay? You can get everything, and it is free. It is open source, and it is very deep. It is only one stop source of truth for you. So you should bookmark it and use it. Okay. Now come to this next slide. Data security in healthcare. Okay. So now this is our fourth section. Now I am concluding it. Okay. So this is my last slide, I think. So this is designing ethical and compliant health, AI solutions in healthcare. So this part comes into our next discussion. Next, okay, next 1.5 year. So we are talking about ethics. Getting it? So, so wait a minute. I show you this site. You are seeing my screen or not? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is that site. So what is happening? Suppose you are interested in AI in biomedical science. So see here, there is here. Okay. So global AI industry in biomedical. So there is a startup library, there are AI knowledge hubs, and there are all books here. Okay. And see here, you seeing that heat map. So you were interested in healthcare, this thing. So health technology. So you see again one heat map is coming. You see how detailed information is there. So if you are interested in a healthcare sector in India, so I'm clicking it like companies, investor, R&D hubs. You are interested in R&D hubs. So this is the list, okay? So and And there is a mind map. It will take 2 to 10 minutes to create that map. So it is a rabbit hole of information. So what happens in 2 to 10 minutes? It will give me a means this heat map of a lot of things. Means hundreds or thousands of information source, and we will be bewildered, and it is properly classified information. Okay. So whatever you want, you will get on this site. This is global AI ecosystem. There is nothing that is not here. So you should use it. Okay. So I want to close if you don't have any questions to ask to me. If you have some data engineering question, you can also ask, because I can answer data engineering part. It is a foundation of your artificial intelligence. If you want to ask, you can ask me.
Good evening, sir. This is Sheetal, sir.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah.
Actually, sir, I want to ask related to Kerberos, sir.
Yes.
Kerberos algorithm. May I ask?
No, please stick to this means data privacy type of thing, means general things.
Yeah, it is related to that. Whenever you use sir Kerberos algorithm in open source framework, like in
Yeah.
Hadoop or in that case, we find out that sir, there is many type of data breaches. Then how we control that?
Especially Kerberos, I cannot explain you.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other aspect you explain about that? How we control the data breaches in security and privacy?
Yeah,
Which algorithm?
yeah.
Like RSA and DES.
Yeah. So you see, as I told, data administration. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your question is about data administration. So there are two sections: data administration, and as a programmer, you are not entitled for data administration. So who thinks about security? Okay. So there will be a Linux administrator team that will go into this Kerberos or data administrator type of things. So see, it is a rabbit hole. You cannot be expert. What I am telling you, you should know about means what security aspect, who is going to handle. You should not go into that. Okay. So it is a very means there are experts. So next part I will share you one book that very cursorily has 800 pages. So what happens? One topic there is one page. So what is happening? Security is a very complicated thing, and okay. In next, so what is happening? It is a rabbit hole, and there are experts in that field. As a programmer, we should not go into that part. We should only know what our programming side, like CORS or data security, means data information. Okay.
But for using some using that algorithm RSA or DES,
Yes.
which one is better to control that? Which one is better? If we compare the RSA and DES, then which one will be better result? Can you please explain if it is possible?
Yeah. Your question is wrong. Okay.
Okay.
You are seeing my screen.
Yeah.
So I'm making it F12. Okay. Inspect. And there are some APIs. You are seeing here. So wait a minute. How come to see console sources? Wait. Yeah. I should not see here web APIs. So you go there, web APIs, and see. In case of a web, there we are asking about data encryption. Okay. So data encryption is you see here. Uh, uh, you see here a cookie store. Okay. A credential management API. You are seeing here.
Yes, sir.
And
Transformer.
yeah. So wait a minute. There is also encryption API. How to if so that thing, those APIs are embedded in browser. Okay. See here, web crypto API. You see here. You are
Yes, sir.
seeing?
Web crypto
Yeah.
API.
So what happens? You should already know that this API is there, implemented into browser. You
Yeah.
should use it. So how this that security is implemented, that is not your part. There are expert people in Google who have implemented it, and that is a secret. So only Google will share with Mozilla and Microsoft is they won't share it with you, but they will let you know that this security is implemented. Okay.
Okay.
And you will use it. So this is a browser part, and the same thing goes with suppose you are developing on backend. So in Node.js, again you will see the same class of APIs in some libraries, and those libraries you cannot tweak them. You can only use them. So as a programmer, you should use them, not go into deep. How that is implemented? No, please don't go that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So, and there is see here, how many APIs is there? Okay. There is a payment API, and the payment APIs there, and different kind of securities. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is a rabbit hole.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And anybody else?
Any participants having any type of query? Dear participants can ask your questions.
Okay, Sarah, shall we close that? Because another session is going to happen, and I will need some tea. 5 minutes, please.
Yes, sir, sure, sir. We can
Yeah.
take a break here
Yeah.
and we will continue at 7:30, the next
Yeah.
session.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes. Sir.
So I
Okay.
will take some
So,
tea.
okay, sure, sir, sure, sir.
Yeah.
Dear participants, the second session will be continued by Devendra Katuke, sir. So we will here take 5 minutes break and then we will continue with the second session. So I request all the participants to remain online.
Yeah. Please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody asking me something? No.